can't find it. I don't know how to use Blender yet. Can't figure out paint.net, but I have found a way to cheat, as you can see in most of my streams I do. Sorry I'm a cheater, but hey, I make it work. It seems to be easier that way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the map I've been messing with, as arches, as an example. I found a file in there that seems to be working. So basically, if you just go to where you have your arches map, you just go to the map, and here's the map i3D. If you open that up, choose the version you're running. I already have it open, so I'm not going to have you wait for that process. As usual, it'll say it is not responding. It'll take a little while to open. What we're going to do is you want to find this spot on the map. This decal seems to be working the best for me. This is basically the palette icon at the palette producing or production. So if you click, sometimes it's hard to find this icon. You got to actually zoom way in on it, because it's going to have the tip trigger there. So I basically was able to get it labeled. There's a palette place decal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just take that. I'm going to go File, Export Selection with Files. And I'm just going to go right to the desktop, make this easy. Let's go to New Folder. We're just going to call this Your Decal. I'll open that folder and name it Your Decal. We're going to hit Save. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just close this map out. That way we don't make any changes to it. Don't want to mess it up. Do not save changes. Alright, we're going to open up that Your Decal folder. And I'm going to get a little more in depth here. I'm going to make this a little easier for you, because this is a pain when you want to go in and edit this decal. So you want to go ahead and open all these folders till you find that root. It says Palette Place Decal. We're going to cut, go back to Your Decal. We're going to paste. Hey Tomo, I'm going to try to make a tutorial on what the hell I was making them pictures and labels with. We're going to see how it works. Now, you're going to edit with Notepad on that i3D file. Just right click, edit with Notepad. And we're going to tell it just to look for decal. Forget all this other stuff, we're just going to tell it to look for decal. Make it a lot easier on you. Going to hit save. I'll close this out. Now when we delete this, we're just going to rename this decal. Now when you open this up, we should have an actual decal there. See what happens. Yep, there it is. So let's go ahead and do this as well. I've got all this other stuff open. Let's zero this out so it's in the center. That's it, save. So that way next time we open it, it's not all cockeyed. So there you go. Now you have your basic decal. The reason I was having issues with other ones, when I would try to just make a plane or export out, I can't figure out how to get the correct file for paint.net. That's my issue I'm having. So now basically this is your root file. So anytime you want to make something different, what I would do is I would open this up like so. I'd select this and I would call it, say for example what I did earlier, let's just do something different. If you're a Cubs fan, we're going to call this Cubs decal. Hit tab so it takes it. We're going to hit File, Export All with Files. We're going to go to my desktop. We're going to make a new folder. We're going to call it Cubs Decal. And get used to using the underscore, because it just works a little more correctly when it starts getting into processes and scripting. It doesn't like spaces, so I'm trying to get used to using the underscore. So we're going to go ahead and open up that folder. We're going to call it Cubs underscore decal. Save. Once again, let's close this without saving, because that's your template. We're going to call it a template. So now when you open up Cubs decal, once again, you should have the palette. Not a big deal. This is just your blank. This is your starting point. I should probably actually rotate it so it's straight, but that's something you can mess with as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this actual decal. You want to use paint.net's what I've been using. All this checkered stuff, for example, if I just take and I delete it, it's going to make it invisible. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to import a Cubs logo. So let's just go to the internet. Let's go to Google. And the easiest way I find stuff is I just actually get Cubs icon or Cubs. Let's just try logo. And just hit images. So let's see. Let's just go with this guy here. It's pretty basic. What I do is I just right click, copy image, and actually let's go edit, paste into new image, and there's your Cubs logo. So what I like to do is you want to make everything invisible behind it, because what's going to happen is you're going to have this everything white is going to, excuse me, is going to be white on your actual label. So we're going to actually go in here, hit the magic wand, going to click on here. You can change the tolerance. It seems to be doing okay. This route, let's hit delete. So right now we have everything invisible around the Cubs logo. You could actually even click in here. I think I'm going to leave that. We're going to leave the white on the inside. I think it's going to look pretty cool. So basically, let's go image, resize. This is 401 by 295. A root is 512, so we should be okay actually. So I'll go back here. We're going to hit edit, select all, edit, copy, edit, paste. Now we're just going to move this guy so it's somewhat centered. Now here comes an important thing as well. We go File, Save As, make sure in your right folder, go to the decal, yes. This is the part, I don't know why it's not working on the other images, but I've been choosing the DTX3, and I think it has to do with making it invisible. This checkered part that, you know, basically deleted the colors. I leave this the same as cluster fit. I have no idea what this means as well, perceptual. And then I do select generate bitmaps because I believe it has to do with zooming in and out. It's going to make it look better. We're just going to hit OK. Now I minimize this. Now when I bring up Cubs decal, it should. There you go. So now you're going to actually have a Cubs decal. So it's all slanted. I don't know. You can mess with that once you get it into your actual. Let's see what happens. Don't like that. Didn't like that. Yeah, we'll just we won't mess with this until we get into actually put it on a vehicle, I guess. But as you can see, it took. That's the main important thing. So let's close this out without saving. Okay, now you just take your favorite mod. If you want a truck, let's just go and see what we have here. I used a tractor before. Let's see what else we can come up with here. Let's go with these. These trucks are kind of cool. It's a diable, the only thing that's odd, but not a big deal. So let's just go ahead and you have to extract it, or you won't be able to edit it. Alright, now you need to actually take this whole folder. It's got to be inside that mod folder, or it's going to cause you issues later on. It's going to be looking for this folder at this location. So we're actually going to take it so there's no confusion. We're actually going to move it right into there. Move here. I'm going to open this up. Open the truck up. Alright, very first thing. I'm going to go View, Camera, work camera. You start working on the inside camera or the other camera, when you open the game up and go to the truck, you're going to have a mess, trust me. It does not work. So we can put this Cubs logo basically wherever we want. Let's go ahead and just put it right on the hood for now. It's probably going to be a little more difficult, but so we're going to go File, Import, to make sure you're in the right spot. You go to Desktop. There's your folder. There's your Cubs decal. Cubs decal. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be huge. Next thing you need to do, we're going to edit, cut. We're going to put it right inside this Kenworth transform group, because if you don't, it's just going to fall off the truck. So we're going to edit, paste. That puts it right at the bottom. So now, let's go ahead and hit Control B for placement. As you can see, it's just ungodly huge. So let's go ahead and take this down to 0.25. Whoops, 0.25. Don't mess with the Y because that's the thickness. 0.25. As you can see, it's only going to be, this is all invisible where I was talking about where I had the checkered. So let's click off of here. Let's see if we can put this right on the hood again. For some reason it's not wanting to go all the way down to the truck. Now we'll do it the hard way. Alright, so you can see where it's starting to disappear, so we want to make sure we pull it off of there so it's not disappearing. Make it a little bigger, 0.4. It looks so big as it was too far up in the air. Okay, so now you're going to want to like start tilting this thing to actually match the hood a little bit. So just kind of take it, tilt it, so it's disappearing, so we need to tilt it a little more. That looks like it's going to be about perfect. Now it's going to be a little goofy. If you really look close on it, it's going to be off the top of the truck because the actual, I don't know how to wrap it. I apologize, but I just do not know how to do that. So if you put it flush, it's going to obviously be missing, so we're just going to have to go just above to there. And we can actually, if we take that centers it on the truck, which I believe is not center of the hood. Oh, because I don't have it centered in this, so let's go ahead and just center right there. So I believe that is it. So now basically, let's try to drop this down again. Let's 8, 9. This is how you basically cheat and get as much out as you can. 5, 4. Looks like that's going to be about right. A little bit of brown showing there. So let's go 5. Looks like I got rid of all the brown. How sharp that's going to be. It might be too small of a logo. It looks like it's pretty flush though. So I was worried about, because that hump in the truck right here, that it was going to be sticking up over here. It'd be cool if I could figure out how to actually go right into texture or something, but I'm just not that smart. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and save. Says it's ready, so we can go ahead and we can actually just, let's just close it. Now you want to go into your map, you want to test it in. I'm going to actually go into my test track. Let's see, what's this guy here? So let's get rid of the old one. We're going to, for now, just copy it into test track. Let's bring in my mod folder selector. We're going to make sure we're on test. Open up the game. Make it so you can see what I'm doing. Let's just go career, Top Gear. Alright, let's go ahead and buy the truck. Should be this guy here. Let's go ahead and I don't know what color's gonna look right, so let's just get a yellow one for now, see what it looks like. And there you go, there is your Cubs logo. Actually doesn't look too bad. A little bit of yellow showing through there, so I might have got a little too close, but yeah, that's pretty much your Cubs logo. Yeah, it's a little close, that's why it's doing that little glitch, but it doesn't look like it's sticking up off the hood, so I might try to get rid of the mid maps. That might be actually causing it to blur a little bit. It'll cause you less issues, I think, with that on. It'll be too sharp, and so that's how you do that. Like I said, the biggest thing is when you want to add another logo, because if you go in and change that logo, if you change anything on that logo, for example, if you come in here, open this back up, oop, I already made the first no. Close this out. Do not save changes. Open it back up. Always do that camera thing or you'll have a mess. Work camera. As you see, it'll actually pop right to where we were at last time. So say I want to put a number like, oh, I can't, I'm not a big Cubs guy at the moment, so I can't really help you with numbers, but say you want to put a number on the side of the truck. Normally, you know, you can just come in here, Cubs decal, Control D will duplicate. So it's like slide it over here. Let's actually take this down. Let's rotate it so we can put it on the side of the truck. Should be 0. Once again, I should just be able to Control B, but for some reason, there we go. Nope, it's not. Rotation's all messed up. 90. Negative 180. There we go. Should have a straight up rotation now. It's all cockeyed from being on the hood. And it's still, all the trucks probably a little bit with an angle. That'll work there. Same thing, we can actually work this in. See, it's the oh, it's taking a Z and moving it too. Oh, probably because of rotation. 3. Let's go off. That'll work right there. Doesn't look too shabby. So basically you can duplicate that label like I was saying, but here's the issue. If you want to change something on that, anytime you actually go in, because basically, you know, we can come in here and Cubs decal, that's the old one, that's the file, yeah, it's not a title. So here's, don't say, so here's the original file, image, let's do this, let's go edit so I don't mess up this, select all, edit, copy, file, or edit, come on, paste in a new image. That way we have the original there. Not that it matters, I'm not going to save this, but so say, let's go back to the internet here and I can't remember how to spell Arietta's name. Jake, there it is. Jake Arrieta, Jersey. Let's see what happens here. Image. So, let's see. This would be an easier one to grab. Let's go copy image, edit, paste into new image. Let's see how well we can get this to work. Delete. That don't work too shabby. That's cool, we could actually keep his name right on there if we wanted to. Delete. 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 Alright. Let's go ahead. Magic wand. Let's go ahead and get rid of this middle section as well. Alright. Let's copy. Let's go ahead and get rid of the old logo. Edit. Paste. And that's what, yeah, we'll have to change the size of it. It's going to be huge. Well, actually, I can do that by just doing this. It's a little big yet. Alright, so now if I hit save, actually it's going to tell me it's not going to find it, so let's go File, Save As, Desktop, back to this truck, Cubs decal, hit yes, keep this stuff the same like we talked, hit OK. Alright, now, problem is when it isn't going to show right away, but if I actually hit reload all textures, bam, it's going to change that number on that like you wanted, but it's also going to change it on the hood. So, the way you fix that is, let's go, you basically go back. Let's go back and fix that original picture. So I'm going to hit Control A to select all, delete, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Going to put it back to the way it was. So hit save, go back into here, reload textures, bam. You have your original Cubs logo. So, like I said, here's your template. Go back to your decal. We're going to open it up. And we're going to go palette decal. We're going to call this Jersey. Tab so it takes it. I'm going to hit File, Export all the files, and go back to the desktop. We're going to have a new folder. I'm going to call this Jersey decal. Jersey decal. Save. Back out of this. We don't want to save that because that's our template. Alright, now we're going to actually go to Jersey decal. We're going to open the decal. Let's get rid of this other stuff so we're not confused. Don't save. Alright, here's your decal. That's your original file. Or folder here. Or file, yeah. So once again, we're going to delete all that. We're going to come in here. It's already highlighted from before. We're going to hit edit, copy, edit, paste. Just going to hit keep canvas size like before. And you can make it smaller. Actually, you know what? It's be easier. Hit edit, copy, edit, paste into new image. And we're going to go image, resize. We're going to keep this to main aspect ratio. Let's go 256. Hit OK. Edit. Select all. Edit. Copy. And there's our decal. So let's go ahead and delete. Edit. Paste. So that'll be a little better size there. And actually, what is this? Image resize. It's 512. So let's back in here. Go image resize. This is the bigger one, so 512. Okay. So Control A for select all. Control C to copy. Back to decal. Control V to paste. Now we can just center it up like so. And file, save as. We're on our desktop. Jersey decal. Select decal. Yes. Once again, DXT3. Keep this stuff the same. Hit OK. Now, close this all out so we know what we're doing. Minimize this. Okay, so here's your Jersey decal. Once again, let's just move it in here. Go back to your truck. Cool thing is I can actually do a replace here, but not to get too confusing. Let's just delete that decal. We're going to go File, Import. There's your Jersey decal, Jersey decal. So there we go. It's going to be huge again. No big deal. Once again, let's rotate it so it looks right. Looks like we're going to be 180 degrees. Oops, I guess not. Is it 90? There we go. 90 degrees, that's simple enough. Let's go 1 by 1, 0.4 by 0.4 to get a start here. Alright. Let's go 0.2, 0.2. Don't look too bad right there. Let's take it, starts to disappear. We're going to have to tilt it a little bit. Three, 2, 3. Just make sure that way, that way it's not doing all the blinking bullshit. So that looks like it's going to be okay. A little bit of weird stuff inside that A, but I think it'll look fine in game. Oh shoot! See, I already messed up. We need to edit. Cut, edit, paste. Okay, cool, it didn't move it. Sometimes it'll remove the transform, but I think we're going to be okay. So once again, and actually the cool thing is you can actually hit Control D to duplicate, and it should be able to edit, undo. We should be able to take this and hit a negative. It should flip it. No, we did the wrong one. Hit undo. Puts it on the other side of the truck. It has to be rotated around. Looks like it's going to be a little smaller because of a little window here, so let's go 0.1. Oops, 0.1. I'll move it up here. That ain't bad. I think we can live with that. So let's go ahead and save this truck. Close. Let's go back in and delete it in the map folder. Yes. Copied in here, and let's open the game back up. Okay. There we go. You got your little logo on that side. You got your little logo on that side. Oop, there's trucks in the way on the side there. And there's your logo on top. So that's the basics of that. I'll once I upload this to YouTube, I'll try to get a link to that guy's map. I'm stealing his file, but hey, it's working. I don't know what else to do. I can't figure out how to use Blender and all the good stuff. I need to figure it out so I'm not copying people's work, but that's how you make your labels or icon, or basically you can put it on the side of that silo if you want, or the building. I mean, you can put it anywhere on the ground, as you can see, like on my placeables. I've basically used the same concept to do this bale sail. Yeah, so I basically used the lines off of his off the ground a little bit, off the outside. I don't know why it didn't make that yellow. A little white blotch, like somebody spilled some paint, but I used the HUD icon files from the game basically for that. But it's kind of limitless what you can do. So just the checkerboard in the back makes everything invisible, and then any color you put is going to show up on the game. So that's it for this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and I'll probably start something else then. But like I said, I'll try to upload this to YouTube with a link to the map, and then you can just basically follow my instructions and you should have the same luck, man. So I'm going to stop this video and then we'll get back to something else. I'll be right back on Twitch.